So do we just have one missing over in team 1? That is unfortunate. But we got Dragon on the team. We got us a Chicken, Chills, Azan. I guess we'll just play it out because it looks like there's also 4 on the other team. No, there's 5. So somebody's going to have to play as a one-man army over on this team while they're trying to figure out who's going to be first. Kal-El, I actually like the whole, like, I don't really get to see too many rogues running the full Arathi set. I think it looks good. I like the red and gold one instead a little bit more, but I like that one too. The void one is going to be, I think, excellent for that set. I switched to the wrong people altogether. We got Parasite, we got us as Kal-El, Quick Kitty, Roots, as well as Sensei. Which one is first? Is it the Rogue versus Azan? Yeah. So we'll Makoto, we can try to see if we get your buddy after that. Yeah, try to see if we get you a +1 then. Gonna be a cheap onto Azan. Is the trinket by Kal-El Jr. It is Kal-El, right? Unless it's supposed to be like an I. No, it has to be Kal-El. It has to be Kal-El. I'm just double checking. Big damage on Azan as he got a massive hammer to Kal-El, but it looked like he just walked away with the hammer not even hitting him, not even like registering for him at all. Paracat says here. Hold on a second. All we need is somebody that's a one-man army over team 1, not a team 2. You know what I mean? They're gonna need a +1. Azan might be looking at a bubble here. Bob Bubble or lay on hands if he hasn't used that already. And Kal-El with a smoke bomb, try to see if he can step around. Just the pally not letting him do it. Has to go for advantage. Does get cleaved down in AoE. Does take a sippy cup. Enough healing just to barely keep him away from that execute range, but is basically able to turn around. Big time on Azan. I think a bunch is over. Shield of Vengeance, only thing keeping him alive. Hammer still flying, and oh, and Kal-El with Shield of Vengeance bombing back at him. I don't think there's anything you could do there. Maybe like hit a feint and hope for the best, but I think at that point, that's about all you can really do. As the Roots try to see if you can just land a couple executes. Azan, Bop is available. Unless you got yourself a Shield of Vengeance, yeah, it's gonna back up out of there. I like how you tried to make that bird helm work, by the way. I've been seeing people making like an Arakoa looking sets. And I feel like if you were a Tauren, Orc, or like a Worgen, Arakoa look kind of works though. Kind of works with them being hunched over and everything. Black Dragon up next. Try to see Dev this time, not Og this time. I think might have a much easier time because Dev Evokers do a ton of damage, man. Ton of damage. Just need himself a couple more beams. Wait, how do you... I'm sorry, hold on a second. How are you picking up second win already? Weren't you getting blasted with claws as well as a beam? Or did the beam just not register because he was behind the pillar? Or did it just like, just 6 seconds went by that quickly? Because I felt like he was getting a lot of healing even though he wasn't moving on top of him. Does get a full root down. Roots hurt me, literally living up to his name. AC's rooted inside of the evoker thing. Does go for eternity surge, or at least attempted. As Roots tried to see if he can get himself out of there as quickly as possible. Second wind kicking him, but is able to interrupt it. Quick fear to follow as he got himself a little bit of recovery. For Dragon right now, he's in a decent spot. He's still got a trinket, still got defenses, but looks like at this point, yeah, just gonna give the warrior an opportunity to catch a second wind at this point, because at least wall is down, no spear, so he's kind of has a bit of a broken up, limited use of his offensives in terms of how you want to combine it. But definitely try to see if you can force the warrior out the open. Instant immunity while he's out into his shockwave right after. Got himself Warbreaker and everything. Deep Breath does not get the stun, but does get himself the range at the very least. With Hover, disintegrates as it is going to reflect back to the dragon. So got a little bit of healing. But for now, he's just gonna, I guess, play it super. Is that really what we're gonna play right now? Like, what is gonna be trying to pull the evoker behind the pillar while the evoker is gonna try to pull the warrior out of the pillar? Is that what we're gonna be doing the entire time? Fire Breath does have himself a potential decent setup. Eternity Surge does get reflected with Disintegrate. That is unfortunate, but is able to reapply yet another one. Blaze up to follow for Roots. Your character names, bro, just all over the place. Also, do these dragons, when they strike behind you on the pillar, is that like... does that stop your second wind, or is that like one of those passive damage procs that doesn't affect second wind at all? Looks like it does, though. Looks like it does, because I swear you felt like you were getting beamed behind the pillar and you were still recovering. Spear down, dragon might be in a bit of trouble, unless he goes for full immunity. So right now for us, it's just all about waiting until he's got himself a good go. Interrupt on blue, Deep Breath, but after does have a trinket leaping over. Fire Breath does not quite connect. The knockback does though. Has a little bit of mobility, full fire, full blast, Dragon's Rage, Mastery Window, does get feared, got himself an interruptible cast, Demolish to follow super low, and that execute range needs to get away from the guy instantly, trying to beam, but the damage for the warrior is just a little bit higher than that of an evoker. So close to one another though. It's going to be chicken with a trinket immediately. Hockey trying to let Roots get out of this scot-free. Try to get him dotted. The trees are doing work. I actually thought the dragon was going to end up getting the kill there. That was close. With Hockey, should be able to get a lot of damage out with those trees, man. Got him some big Convoke, not Convoke. Celestial? No. Yeah, no, Incarn, not Celestial. Better Celestial. But does get him some of the damage. Honestly, as soon as you get Roots, as long as you get a couple of Wraths, watching what happened on EU, those Wraths will do enough work. Plenty of damage. Plenty of output. Does get himself a flare down and a Hunter's Mark onto the Boomy. You're playing marksmanship? Enjoy it. Wait, no, you can't enjoy it. Then you guys are nerfed. Wait a second, no, you can't. Oh, that still does a lot of damage though. Rapid fire still does a ton. Big volley? I don't think. Oh, I can't escape that one. Oh. All right, they nerfed aim shot, but rapid fire wasn't touched at all. So I guess if you're playing marksman, just play rapid fire. Evoker's to battle 1-1. It is tough. It is definitely difficult to play it. Yeah, you basically all you have to do is play on burst. That's all you can do. Quick, try to see if he can get himself a quick hit on the chills. Does go for a blind, pets empowered, stunned by the main big ghoul, and is just trying to see if he can surround those pets around quick. Quick is gonna go for a. I hate the name Quick Kitty because I feel like sometimes I say a lot of the times like quick defensive, a quick heal. But even his name being quick, it doesn't help. Those pets are absolutely just sharing right through you though. Hold on a second. Chills claiming 1. It's got 2 to go through. It's Parasite and Sensei. And unless he can get some kind of heals, man, I don't think he's going to have an easy time out of here. Does get hit with a chain of ice by one of the riders, I think it was. Does pick up a little bit of health and just walks away. Stun around the corner. Parasite with a bit of a cleave. Stun, breaker out for Chills. And Parasite just going to hit him with an imprison and walk away. That's an opportunity for Chills to take a bit of damage to the face while IBF is active, but Parasite just gonna back up out, go for hit and runs. AMS for the hunt. I feel like absorbed the entire thing actually. Yeah, I think he actually did. Stun onto him for just a second. Chills get himself the army AMZ down to at least try to deal with the chaos damage, taking a lot of hits. Maybe looking for a death spec here really early. Lichborn is up to try to prevent the fear. That is perfect for him. But Parasite not taking a lot of that damage, man. That's a lot of leech, a lot of just cleave onto all of these extra undead pets. And Chills having to go for death bag behind the pillar. All he can do, I think, is go for kiting. Just play out the long game. Void operation to back up out of there with Parasite looking to keep the chase rolling. Does have AMS, I think, back up at this point? Does AMS, I think it's a stun. I think he was able to AMS a stun. Blind for a moment. And might be able to wait until the A-bomb is back up and available. I think that's about all he can really do, is just go for range damage, let the A-bomb and let the pets do work. He does get A-bomb. Riders are in play. But as long as you can just stay away from Parasite, that or just going for damage, I don't really know what you can do in terms of kills. But he does get the army. Darkness down for a second. Shield is super low. Parasite's health is not looking that amazing either though. Hold on a second. This could be anyone's game right now. Parasite might just go down. Try to see if he can swing it. Quick, stun. Oh, the Chills trigger to follow. Oh! And does get himself a bit of a heal. Sensei not want to give Chills even a chance to come back. I would have loved if he gave this man an opportunity. At least let him get a couple of death strikes. Well done. That was so good. That was not an easy one. I honestly thought it was over for Chills for a good bit, but then I don't even know where he picked up. When he went in, some of the army got aggressive. I was thinking like, it's over. It is done. He's dead here, but he somehow lived. I have no idea. I don't know if he had like an IBF coming back up or anything by then. Death strike kills for 0. Just death striking for his living his best life. 20 HP death strike at a time. All right, let's get another one going, boys.